Mary Williams is on a fixed income. Her monthly Social Security check doesn't come close to covering her grocery needs.
And I don't have no children of my own. Don't have nobody. I've got a niece, two nieces, and a nephew living. Oh, the rest of them's kicked the bucket. But when I tell people I'm 92 years old, they think I'm nuts in the head. But I have all my faculties. Yesterday, well, let's see. I got up yesterday morning. I had a cup of coffee and some juice. And then in the afternoon, I didn't have nothing. And then in the evening, what did I have? Oh, I had some cabbage and corned beef left from what's it called time, you know. And I ate a little bit of that. I had a cup of coffee, and then I drank a glass of milk. That's it.
If you drank a Grand Caramel Frappuccino at Starbucks today, you've already consumed all the calories Mary ate in a day.
But then, by that time, then when I get in bed, I decide I'm hungry. But I don't get up. Trying to buy food with the little income that I had, it's not what it's cracked up to be. When you have $400 a month to live on, buy your food and everything, you know damn well I'm not buying T-bone steaks. That's for sure. But I don't complain to nobody. Nobody knows what I go through because I don't tell them. I don't want my family to poor mouth me. And I tell them. I said, I'm on my own.
Paulino Panetta came to the U.S. on his own with a visa from the Dominican Republic 20 years ago. Since then, he has worked in this country as an accountant, electrician, and general laborer. But recently, things changed.
Y el problema con los medicamentos es que desde septiembre del año pasado no trabajo.
He says that since September of last year was the last time he worked. So the medication needs, sometimes he runs out and he doesn't have the money to buy his medication. And when he doesn't have the medication, of course, 2 or 3 days after not taking the medication, that's when he feels his heart, beating either faster or irregular.
Entonces, cuando he tenido la necesidad
sometimes it's
mi medicamento,
it's easier to go ahead and buy the medication and go a day without eating than not having the medication. And yes, he has, when he has the funds, and he'll rather go buy the medication than the food.
Sí, es lógico. Si yo tuviera el dinero suficiente.
Of course, if he would have more money or the funds to buy the food, then he wouldn't have to worry about not having the money to buy his medication. He says that's totally correct.
Si yo hubiese tenido mi medicamento al día,
if he would have had the medication, then logically he wouldn't have had to go to the hospital a couple times. The 2 times that he's been there is because of that. And I'm a witness of that, because he came in here one day and he didn't tell us. I think because of his pride, he didn't let us know. And he went without it 5 days. And he came in here and I just saw that he was in bad shape. I told him to lay down here in the sofa. I called the 911. They said to take him to the hospital right away.
Ahora mismo,
so we did, and that was
después que salió del hospital me llegó un bill de
right now. When he came out of the hospital, they sent him a bill of $42,000.
Y yo no he hecho nada porque no puedo hacer nada.
He said he hasn't. I have not done anything because what can I do?
Having finances, health, and food in separate categories is a luxury that only middle-class and wealthy individuals can afford. For lower-income individuals like Paulino, finances, health, and food impact one another because they are so intertwined.
El resultado es que desde que estoy en el hospital ando con la receta.
He says that you know, since the last time he still has 3 prescriptions in his pocket that he hasn't bought, those $200 ones and the $300 ones. And if that's going to affect him, he's going to wind up going to the hospital again, but because he carries them in his pocket to see if maybe somebody or if an organization or somebody can help him buy it. And if it doesn't, then he might wind up in the hospital again.
Belle Hughes has no teeth, no dentures. She depends on one home-delivered meal a day, Monday through Friday, as her main source of food. The driver is the only human contact she has most days.
I look up in that tree and ask the Lord what He keeps me here for. Yes, sir. Well, I'm lonesome. My eyeballs, I just sometimes feel so miserable. I get my meal every day, Monday through Friday. Well, you see, when they bring me the food, I just open it and set it up here, and I don't eat that straight like a meal. I eat that like all day out of that plate, whatever I have. I try not to let it run low. See, when it go run low, I cut down and just don't eat as much, you know, that generally when they put it brain. No, I don't be hungry, because I don't eat all day.
Donetta Carter is a social worker who assesses the needs of older adults receiving home-delivered meals. In this role, she is one of the few people who sees firsthand what's really going on with these seniors.
I went there for a reassessment to see Mrs. Hughes. She explained to me that she has limited food. And she asked me to put something in her refrigerator. When I opened the refrigerator, there were containers, but they were empty containers. There was no meat, there was no eggs, there was nothing. It was just empty containers. No food, none whatsoever. She says sometimes she does go to bed hungry, but she doesn't tell people that, and she doesn't want people to know because she's pride, and sometimes that's shameful to let people know. She's very comfortable with me because she does know me from church or whatever. If they're not comfortable with you, they're not going to tell you too much. And some may not tell me everything either. They just tell the ones that are comfortable tell me mostly everything, and they're lonely and they want to talk. So that's where the pride comes in. And they worked all their lives. They don't want people to know, okay, I only get so much income per month. I was trying to stretch it with the bills and the medication. Barely can buy food, but with getting that one hot meal a day, they're very grateful for that meal. As you can see with Mrs. Hughes, she was so happy about the hot meal, one meal. Not 2, but 1. And she splits the meal. But I can tell that that's all she's eating. And she seemed to be a little underweight also to me when I was there. And each year I come there and I ask her, did you lose weight or something? She said, oh, maybe 4 or 5 pounds. But I'm going to go to the doctor to find out why.
The Area Office on Aging and other organizations are working to reduce senior hunger. Currently, over 1 million meals annually are being served to older adults in this area. Other programs, like the Senior Farmers Market Nutrition Program, provide 21,000 citizens with $50 worth of coupons for fresh fruits and vegetables. Recently, Mary got connected with these programs.
I've worked hard all my life since I've been 13 years old. It seems so funny for me to have people waiting on me when I always waited on people, you know. And it sure makes a big difference, really. And I appreciate it, but I never thought the day would come when I had to depend on somebody else.
Our research suggests that there are over 12,600 stories just like these in Northwest Ohio alone. Helping these older adults get the food they need may seem overwhelming, However, if we look a little closer, we may see the face of one of these older adults and be moved with compassion to help them. Join the conversation to find a solution to end senior hunger in our community. Together, we can silence hunger for good.